Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of LJ Law, Family Law TV. I am Bonnie Leonardo, your host. Today's question is referencing the cost of a divorce. I receive questions all the time about how much will my divorce cost. Before I get to that answer, I want to remind you that if you have questions about this topic or any other family law topic, please go to vegasdivorcemeeting.com and I'll be more than happy to sit down with you to answer any questions that you might have. So the question I received was, how much will a divorce cost? This is a very difficult question to answer as every divorce is different based on the facts and the circumstances that surround the particular matter. Therefore, it's very difficult to give you a definitive answer with a one answer to the cost of a divorce. But I can give you some factors that can possibly determine what your divorce might cost. For instance, number one, how long will your divorce last? Depending on the length of your divorce, you can get an idea of how much your divorce might cost. The longer, obviously, that the divorce goes on, then of course, the more that you're going to pay because it requires more court appearances, more motions to be written, more discovery to be impounded. So it just depends on the length of your divorce. The second thing is whether or not your divorce will be amicable or it will be a contested divorce. For example, if your spouse is fighting or you are fighting over different things that will take longer for the divorce to be completed, then your divorce, of course, will cost more. So I always encourage that both parties sit down with each other and try to come to some quick resolution as to agreements to avoid having to pay attorney fees unnecessarily. The third thing is if your case goes to trial. Obviously, again, if you do not come to an agreement and you must go to trial, this is going to be a very costly divorce, as trial is very expensive because it requires a lot of attorney involvement. So try to avoid going to trial as much as possible and try to come to agreements to reduce the amount of your divorce. And finally, the attorney that you pick will determine what kind of costs your divorce will incur. For example, there are attorneys who, when they begin preparing a case, they will immediately begin to prepare a case for trial without trying to come to any sort of agreements between the parties. My position is that I always try to get the parties to sit down together and try to come to some sort of amicable resolution. I am a very big proponent in coming to agreements as opposed to going to trial for many reasons, but one of which is that the cost of the divorce can go pretty high if we are having to argue and go to court and go to trial. So I'm always trying to make sure that my clients try to find a way where they can come to an amicable resolution as quickly as possible so that everybody is as happy as they can be and not have to spend so much money with attorneys. I hope that this has served to answer this question to some degree. Again, as I said, I can't really give you a definitive answer of a dollar amount of how much a divorce will cost, as there are many factors that go into that question and that answer. If you would like to discuss this topic a little bit more at length, or if you have any other questions about this topic or any other topic in family law, please don't hesitate. Go to vegasdivorcemeeting.com and I'll be more than happy to sit down with you to help you with your situation. If you have liked this video or know someone who can find value in this information, please like it and share it. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.